morning and happy bum slide Thursday to you. Bum sliding right into Friday.
We're bum sliding into the rain.
Okay, happy days.
Well, come on, I've had it. This fair needs to either change when they come here or leave their thunderclouds behind.
So people who don't understand, there's a fair that comes to Sault Ste. Marie every year during the May long weekend, and every single year it rains. And it's raining for the whole week that they're here.
I just looked at the forecast. Partly sunny. I'm saying partly sunny, not partly cloudy. I'm trying to be positive. Partly sunny on Friday, like and then rain and thunder showers from Saturday to Saturday. Happy fair!
You know what? I hope lots of people still go.
Well, I hope they do too, because it's the biggest fundraiser. You told me. I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's the biggest fundraiser for the Sue Peebly Arena.
So you should go.
And they're privately owned, so they need support. So you know what?
Dress for the weather.
Put a garbage bag on.
I just wondered what would happen if they moved it back a week. Would the rain follow them, or would it still rain all the May long weekend?
Wouldn't that be funny?
It would be interesting to see. I think we should do a test run.
We want to say thank you so much to KC Security for sponsoring our show this month.
Yay.
Thank you so much, you guys. Mobile Patrol, they do a terrific job. They are everywhere in the community, checking things out, trying doors and stuff like that, checking windows.
You can hire them, like if you have a camp or something or property, you can hire them privately and they will go and do stuff for you.
Stop it.
Absolutely. They don't just do big company stuff for the city. They'll do smaller clients as well.
Awesome.
Yeah, they'll do like a cottage patrol for you.
Holy KC Security, you guys are on it.
I know they are.
Right on.
So there's a lot of chocolate going on. You know me and my Twitter. Me and my Twitter.
Yes.
So I started off by discovering that for the first time since 1894, that's a long time to stick with the brand. Mm-hmm. Hershey's, the milk chocolate bar, the plain little square Hershey's.
Yes.
For the first time since 1894, they're giving it a new look.
The actual bar?
The actual chocolate bar will now have stamps of emojis into the chocolate. Oh, look there, Michael did it. Look at that. So all the emojis are on the actual chocolate bar, and they're including the poo emoji.
Oh, eat poo.
Go and eat some poop. Now,
wow.
I don't know why they would choose to put the poop one on there, but I have a feeling that it's going to be the most popular one.
You know what?
Probably the one that everybody eats first or last.
I would eat the poop. I would. Any kind of chocolate. I'll eat it.
Oh my goodness.
You know what? How expensive is it to get a machine that stamps all of the
emojis?
Right?
That made me wonder about the word emoji. Have you ever given it any thought? I wonder.
Emotion, I thought.
I thought so too. We're wrong. So, and then I thought, and then there's the word emoticon.
Yes, emoticon, yeah, I don't know where that...
Okay, that emoticon is when you use like a bracket and a semicolon to make like a winky smiley face.
Oh, okay.
Or like a colon and a dash and a bracket to make
Some people do like crazy things with the lines.
Those are called emoticons.
Emoticons.
And that's an English word, okay, because it's emotion and whatever, I don't know. But emoji, it's a Japanese word.
Oh.
In Japanese, E is picture and moji means letter or character. Emoji. It says here the similarity between the resemblance to English words emotion and emoticon are just strictly by chance. They're not.
Really?
The English word emotion has nothing to do with the word emoji. It's all about Japanese. Picture, letter, character, and they first came out in 1997 on Japan's mobile phones.
You're just full of that poop this morning.
I also have another chocolate story for you if you'd like.
Oh, yes, please.
Ruby chocolate. Ruby. It's the first natural shade. There it is. Look at it.
Ew.
That
looks like Pepto-Bismol.
I know. Let's hope it doesn't have that effect. It comes from a special cocoa bean that they found. Oh, I didn't write it down. Somewhere, I think, on a coast of somewhere. Anyway, it's a special...
somewhere, I think.
Somewhere on a coast of somehow. Special cocoa bean with this chocolate has a natural berry. The bean, the cocoa, has a natural berry flavor that's both sour and sweet.
Oh!
And it's already being used in Japan. See, Japan gets all the chocolate before
they got all the good stuff.
They use it in their Kit Kat bars in Japan already, and it's the marketing. It's being rolled out here in the U.S. Even before it has the FDA approval. Because they don't
really?
See a problem. Yeah, they're already marketing it even though it's not been approved to sell in the U.S.
Question.
What?
If it's not FDA approved, would you still eat it?
Well, if they're eating it in Japan.
Yeah, there's a bazillion people there.
Do they?
Couple
do you
drop
think
off,
they-
nobody will notice. I'm sorry, that was, yeah.
You're just making a joke, and if we can't laugh, what
Well,
else do
you
we
gotta
have?
laugh, people. Just chill.
Do you have anything
okay?
to make me laugh?
You know what? The Milwaukee radio station, morning show people are known for being really goofy and doing all kinds of outrageous things.
Imagine that on a morning show.
Yeah, I don't get it. These two announcers have decided that they are taking a break from Drake because...
He's in the news too much?
No, actually because the Toronto Raptors are playing the Milwaukee basketball team in the finals. So they don't like Drake because Drake is from Toronto,
And a Raptors fan.
and he's a huge Raptors fan to the point where, like he's doing right there, he gets up on the sidelines and he's talking dirt and he's just so they're kind of playing around, and they launched this big Facebook campaign. The two guys saying, yeah, very serious, you know, yeah, we're not running, we're taking a break from Drake because
They're not even airing his songs, you mean?
no, pulled his latest song.
I think that's wrong.
Yeah, they're not playing any of his tunes.
That's not funny.
I think Drake's going to be okay.
Yeah, I guess so.
I think it's hilarious. Break
you
from
think
Drake.
those guys are
I
doing
do
that?
too.
I'd take a break
So
from
somebody
Drake.
asked them, well, okay.
That's not very sportsmanlike.
Why not Shawn Mendes? And the one guy said, well, he's so damn cute.
Is he Canadian?
Yeah, he is. And he said
know
he's not talking smack on the sidelines.
Shawn Mendes isn't?
Yeah.
Oh.
So break from Drake in Milwaukee. If you're driving through and you're listening to the morning show, not going to hear any Drake.
You know who we're not getting a break
I think
from?
their
What?
competitors should play nothing but Drake.
Their competitors.
Like if there's another radio station in that town,
Oh,
they
but
should, you know.
Okay. I don't even know what Drake sings. Do you know a Drake song?
No. I know he's really talented.
Extremely.
Yes.
I didn't know Shawn Mendes was Canadian. How did I miss that? Where's he from?
How did you miss that?
Where's he from?
I think he's from Toronto.
Really?
I don't know for sure, but
Toronto?
yeah, Toronto.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Has he won a Juno? The silence is deafening. We need to look. I need to look.
know.
Keith is crazy about Shawn Mendes. He loves his voice, loves his music.
His music's
He's from
born
Toronto.
in Toronto, Ontario.
Okay. Wow, interesting. I don't remember seeing him at the Junos. Did he go straight to the States?
I think he's gone to the Junos. I
Has
think he's
he?
been there.
Did he just make it like boom? Nothing in Canada, just went boom, straight to the States.
No,
He was in
he's still here in Canada.
But was he famous in Canada before he was famous in the States, or did the States come first? I don't remember hearing about him as a Canadian artist. I just heard of him as like being an international pop star.
I guess you have some research to do.
I suppose that I do. Bill Cosby's back in the news, so he's appealing. Did you know this? That he's appealing? That they're currently it's the appeal process is happening. I did not know that.
I did.
Oh, it's in the courts already.
Yeah.
Did you hear about what Camille did?
No.
So his wife goes on goes on Bill's whatever page,
Twitter, Instagram,
yeah, like Instagram, whatever, and she says the Montgomery County Judge Stephen O'Neill, he let 5 on this trial. He did something different, right? On the first trial, he only let the one lady talk. And this time on the because it was overturned. Okay, let me get this straight now. His first trial in June 2007 led to a mistrial. 2017 led to a mistrial, deadlocked jury. But only one other accuser was allowed to testify at that trial. Now, when he was retried in April 2018, last year, the same judge allowed all those women to testify. And they're saying, why did he do that? And he says, well, because I'm a judge and I can change my mind about my verdicts and my calls on stuff. And after looking at all the evidence, I saw chilling similarities rendered in their testimony, and I say that it is admissible now.
Good.
Right? And
I think he should have.
He said also when he did that in 2018, Cosby's defense team never challenged him on the difference in his true trial rulings at the time. And allowing the other accuser's testimony.
Oh.
And he said, anyway, even if they had challenged, I am not bound by my prior decision.
Good.
Okay?
And he's not.
So here's what she says. Now, after more than 50 years of work that humanized the dehumanized, she's saying her husband did all this stuff because he advanced children and minorities and stuff, which also challenged the perpetual architects of racist, exploitive, and greedy maneuvers that have enabled them to divide and conquer. My husband has been severely redefined by Judge O'Neill despite having zero proof on his Instagram page, and she's reduced him to one of the most insidious stereotypes of African American men, the brutal black buck.
Oh, you know what? Bill Cosby did that to himself, Camilla. Just take his money and keep your mouth shut because you've been doing it for 50 years with him anyway.
Crying
so yeah, let's blame it on one judge. Let's do that. Yeah, Camilla.
Unbelievable, Camille.
Shame on you.
Shame. Camilla.
What's her name? Camille.
Camazel. Incorporated. We have a great show for you today.
Stay tuned because we're going to get right to it.
Yeah, CICE, Owen Kiersdam, and the amazing program at Sault College and more.
Proctologist?
Oh my God, flew in.
How did proctologist come a program? How did that even happen? What goes on in his head?
Oh, the poop emojis everywhere this morning. Come on.
Including in his brain.
Back after this on Mornings with Luann and Tim. The craziness continues.
Coming to get you, Barbara.
Listen to them. Children of the night. It's alive! It's alive!
Discover all kinds of treasures and never pay more than $5. Inventory is restocked every Saturday, and you can find anything from electronics to household items, toys, and much, much more. On Saturday, everything is $5 and the price goes down throughout the week, ending with 25 cents on Friday. We restock weekly with new items from various big box stores, so you never know what treasures you can find. Come visit us at 4:45, 2510 Ashman Street in Sault Ste. Marie, Michigan.
Have a great business idea but don't know where to start? Need help taking your business to the next level? C2C Business Services can be your guide in navigating the path of entrepreneurship, with services ranging from grant funding support, access to service experts, market information, and helping your business adopt new technologies to create and foster a culture of innovation for ongoing success. Call C2C Business Services and let them be your first step in taking your entrepreneurial dreams from concept to commerce. C2C Business Services is a division of the Sault Ste. Marie Innovation Center.
And we all have something personal that we struggle with. And it's okay to talk about it. It's okay to not be okay. Talk about it. Write your own story. And never give up. Thank you for watching.
So, hi, Owen and Velma. This is Owen Kiersdam. Owen is, what are you? Let's see, you created a film, so that makes you a filmmaker.
Oh, yes.
What? And you're also a graduate from the CICE program.
I am.
And Velma, what is your role in the CICE program?
I'm the CICE team lead.
You're the team lead.
Yes.
Let's tell the audience exactly what CICE stands for, Velma.
Community integration through cooperative education.
Community integration through cooperative education. So the concept is getting people like Owen into the community, working, job experience, and you also modify college programs for students, right? Tell me a little bit about how that works, what some of the spectrum is of the youth that you work with at the college.
So we work with students that who require modifications to their curriculum. Okay. So they have learning disabilities,
Right.
and they require accommodations and modifications. And with that, we have learning specialists that work one-on-one with the students. So the students are fully integrated into the college.
Yes.
And learning specialists like myself
Yeah.
would attend classes to help advocate and help integrate into the classrooms and provide some accommodations.
So, for instance, Owen, you have autism.
I do.
You're a person with autism. How did I say that right? You're not. Yeah, you have autism. Because you don't like to say you are autistic. That is a label, whereas saying that you have autism is.
Yeah.
Okay, just so you know, a little lesson for you folks. When you went to Sault College, did you have one person who worked with you specifically, or did you have different people who mentored you through different classes?
Multiple different tutors and classes.
Different tutors?
Yes. Yeah.
So, what kinds of classes did you take at Sault College in the CICE program?
Well, in the beginning, I took graphic design.
Okay.
And I was curious to try other courses and programs, so I went into general arts.
Yeah.
And then I got into after general arts, I went into PSW, and that was
Personal support worker.
Yeah.
Right. I remember you when we first met. It was actually through CICE, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Well, I was doing a youth engagement theater program, and Nancy Leishman, our friend at CICE at the college, she introduced us and said that you had an interest you were a videographer and you were a performer, and maybe that you would like to join the theater troupe, and you did, and we did it for I think a year together.
Yeah.
And then I found out that you were taking all these through your church you were working with seniors, weren't you?
I was, yeah.
Was that part of the PSW program, or was that just you volunteering? You just volunteered for that, didn't you?
I just volunteered for that, yeah.
So you had a natural fit for working with people who needed support?
Yeah.
Then how did it lead to where you are now?
Oh, well, I like to keep going.
Yeah.
I like to try new things.
I'll never stop learning.
Yeah. And I decided to go into the digital film program through Mainstream. And it was so much fun. It was very much fun. And I got to work with a bunch of multiple different people.
Right.
I got to work with new equipment. And I also got to connect with the CICE program and, just see them from time to time.
You also worked here for a little while.
Yeah. That was just volunteer.
You were just volunteering to come in and work on the cameras and do the sound and the miking and working with all the guests. That was so cool.
Yeah.
So Velma, what sorts of placements do students from the CICE program get in the community?
All their placements are directly connected to the area of study.
Okay.
So you mentioned Nancy Leishman. She's our employment liaison officer, so she educates the students through courses. They have courses preparing for placements, and then she goes into the community and finds community partners that who are able to take students and educate them directly towards what they're studying. So if you're studying culinary, then they would receive a placement in culinary. So there may be restaurants in town that would take the students. You have students who talked about PSW. So we have senior homes, nursing homes, and they've taken students. So in the college, we've had places where someone may study business or marketing. There's many different opportunities, and they're always connected directly to what they're studying in school.
So what for the placement, if someone's looking to employ somebody from CICE or give somebody a placement, can they just contact Nancy or you at the college and say, hey, you know what, I've got a store, and if you've got anybody interested in working in retail or whatever, or learning the ropes for this kind of business, I would love to take a student on.
Yes.
How do they contact you then? Just through the college? Is there a department that they ask for?
So what they would do is they would contact us directly. They can ask for the CICE program, so they can call the college at 759-2554, and they can ask for the CICE program.
759-2554. Okay, gotcha. Yeah.
And then they could ask, or they can ask for Nancy Leishman directly.
Ask for Nancy directly.
That's right.
What about on the website? Is there any links? Like if you go to the Sault College website, and would CICE be on there for people also to get more information?
Yes, that's an excellent opportunity. So if they go on the Sault College website, they go to the CICE program, and there'll be a lot of information about the CICE program, what we offer, and we have 19 areas of study.
Yeah.
So when we say the areas of study, that's different programs throughout the college. How
many areas?
19.
You provide special tutoring in 19 different college programs.
That's correct.
That's incredible. How's the staffing work? I mean, there's you, and how many of you are there?
There's a large number of us. So there's probably about 17 staff.
Holy
and one of us, there's our employment liaison officer, and the rest are all learning specialists. And we work, the reason we do that is because of the 19 areas and giving individualized help. So there's the tutoring plus in class. So we attend each course.
I would also say, from my experience of working with Nancy and having a couple of placements from the CICE program, it's more than just tutoring. Owen, would you also say it's almost like a counseling service as well?
Absolutely.
You can go and sit down with your tutor or your mentor or anybody from the program and say, I'm struggling with this, or this is fabulous, and you sit and you chat, right? It's very personalized.
Yeah, and over the years, I was able to go to them, even if I wasn't in the program, I just go to them and talk to them.
Really,
it's very comforting.
The support is always there.
Always there.
So what led you to decide to, I mean, you've always been this guy who does these videos. I can remember watching videos of you and your cat when you were a teenager, right? Chai was famous, right? All these, and you would do music videos, and you would dance, and you would loved it. So now, what led you to actually doing a documentary on the CICE program? Was this all your idea?
It was all my idea.
Oh, man.
It started when I was younger. I was 15, as you saw in that video. I decided, as a young kid, being autistic. My mom, she didn't know if I was. She didn't understand. She realized that people with moms with people with autism.
Where do you go for help, or
growing up as a person with autism, it's hard for people to they don't know what they're going to be like if they're 20 or 25.
What's the future going to hold?
What's the future going to hold and stuff. And
so this program really helps you discover what your potential was. It's all strength-based. Is that right?
That's right. And the thing is, right now, I have to commend Owen on this. He has stepped forward and continues to mentor. We have other students do the same. But Owen graduated, he moved on, he did his upgrading, academic upgrading. Then you went on, did your mainstream. He comes back, constantly mentoring students. And this video, his film, has come right back into the same thing.
It's a 6-minute documentary, and you interviewed the people you interviewed, are they graduates like yourself? Are some of them in the program? How did you determine who you're going to interview?
It started with it started with people that were already graduated.
Graduates, okay.
And then there was people that are current, recent.
Right.
And
and we can see the video right here on ONNtv. Did you know that we've been airing your video on a regular basis?
Yes.
Yeah. So if you want to check it out, watch ONNtv and look for Owen Kierstam's video. And for more information on the CICE program, reach out to Velma or to Nancy, or just anybody at the college in the CICE program can direct you if you have a youth who's interested in attending. Ages, does it matter, Velma?
No. As long as they've graduated high school,
that's it.
The door is open.
The door is open, and the world is your oyster.
Nicely put.
Thank you for coming in again, Owen. It's always nice to see you, and I look forward to working with you again on stage sometime. Velma?
Thank you very much.
Oh, thanks for your time, and thanks for all you do. And we'll be back with Luann right after this on Mornings with Luann and Tim. Cheers, guys. Woohoo.
I wanna go.
Housed in a 15,000 square foot custom manufacturing facility built to produce world-class cabinetry at surprisingly affordable prices, Great Lakes Fine Cabinetry brings your project from initial concept to final design. Proudly providing Northern Michigan and the Algoma region with quality hand-built cabinetry for the past 20 years. Located at 844 East 3 Mile Road, Sault Ste. Marie, Michigan, Great Lakes Fine Cabinetry, making your cabinetry dreams come true.
This is ONNtv.
Welcome back to Morning with Luann and Tim. Conrad Black got a full pardon from Donald Trump. You know when they play in the same sandbox, those guys. He sucked up to Trump something fierce back in the day. He wrote a book about him. He wrote a whole, Conrad Black wrote a whole book about Trump. You just know that he was begging for a pardon back when he was writing that book.
Absolutely.
Don't
Conrad Black.
Conrad. My father never liked Conrad Black.
No?
Well, big C conservative, no.
Yeah, no.
Who was his wife? Was she a journalist? She was a journalist. She wrote for the Globe and Mail, and she was so biased.
Really?
Yeah, Conrad Black's wife, she wrote. She's like, I gotta look that up. She was really pretty, but rich. Oh, they were so rich. Did they lose a lot of stuff? Didn't they lose their mansion in, because it was fraud. It was all about fraud. There she is. What was her name? Darn it.
I don't remember.
Yeah, she was a snoot.
Yeah? That's probably why he liked her.
But I'm not bitter.
No, not at all, apparently.
About their richness and their corruptness.
You know what? We've been talking about Britney Spears too.
Oh, hon.
Poor thing.
I'm so confused about what's going on.
Well, the conservatorship, she's been appealing it. She thinks she's old enough. She should take care of her own money. Her father's been taking care of her money for like 10 years or so. So far, the court's going, no, you're not ready yet. But recently, of course, we've all heard how her manager said she's never going to play again. She's not play again. Possibly never.
Never.
So today, he's clearing that up.
Oh, I didn't mean that.
He says,
I didn't mean never.
Larry Rudolph says, I didn't mean perform. I meant Vegas. She'll possibly never do Vegas.
Okay. So here's my deal. I think, this is the conspiracy theorist in me. Honest to gosh, what I believe is she realized that she doesn't have the stamina or the goods to do that Vegas gig. It's a huge contract.
I think she does, though. Physically, she is in shape, man. You cannot get more fit than her.
I don't. Did she had a break? She was.
Yes. I said physically.
Okay, physically. So maybe talent-wise, maybe vocally. I don't know. I'm just saying. I think that she wanted out of that contract so badly that this whole thing is being done to get her so they can't sue her.
Think?
So they can't sue her. That's what her family is. That's what her family is like. They're all like conniving. You see how they are. And the manager, she may never perform live again. That's how serious this is. Oh no, I mean Vegas. Why would he say Vegas?
Yeah.
They want out of that contract, and they don't want to have to pay. Because imagine the money that they're going to lose on that show in Vegas.
Oh yeah. No kidding.
And imagine the insurance saying, well, how are you going to cover that?
Yeah.
The insurance would have to cover it. So they got to prove that she's mentally or unable to do it. For now, You watch her come back. Yeah. After this whole Vegas thing blows over, you watch.
And you'll be front row center.
I'm not a fan. Mark my
really?
words. No, me and Katy Perry will be sitting in the audience.
You don't like Katy Perry either.
You know that.
I know. You don't like Katy. You don't like Britney.
Katy. I don't like Britney, and I don't like what's her name? The skinny one who's going to be in Cats, the country and western one, who's not country and western anymore, who only writes songs when she breaks up with boyfriends.
Taylor Swift.
Yeah, her. Don't like those. Those three could go fly a kite for as far as I'm concerned.
I thought he was going to do it. Thought he was going to drop the F-bomb.
Never, not me, Luann.
Stay tuned because we have news coming up right after this.
With over 45 years of experience, All Ontario Well Drilling offers hydrofracking and all well drilling services. Call 705-575-8088 or 705-257-9495.
With 3 brands to choose from Kawasaki, Suzuki, and CF Moto, visit one of our 4 showrooms today and speak with our knowledgeable, friendly, and enthusiastic staff who will be happy to help you with all of your motorsports needs.
Enjoy life, enjoy the ride. Bud Robinson Motorsports.
Partners in Prevention, a health and safety conference, was held at the Quattro Hotel over 2 days, wrapping up yesterday afternoon. Speaking about how workplace safety has changed dramatically over the years, ONNtv spoke with Workplace Safety and Prevention Services Territory Manager for Central and Northern Ontario, Trevor Beauchamp.
We are Workplace Safety and Prevention Services. We are one of 4 associations in Ontario that are mandated to help Ontario employers with their health and safety programs. This is a community conference. We have a planning committee made up of local employers here, so it's planned by the community for the community. So it's tailored to the people here in Sault Ste. Marie. 20 or 25 years ago, health and safety was all about hard hats and safety boots. Our theme this year is shifting landscapes in health and safety. And you fast forward 20 or 25 years talking about substance abuse in the workplace. We're talking about legal marijuana and the effect on health and safety in the workplace. We're talking about mental health as a health and safety hazard that we have to respect and try to control somehow and try to protect people from all those hazards. Totally different landscape, and it's changing at such a rapid rate. It's amazing. It's very insightful. We've had several speakers speaking on a lot of the topics around mental health, and we're still doing a lot of traditional health and safety stuff, new ways of doing workplace inspections kind of thing, just to keep it fun. We just had a keynote speaker that talked a lot about self-care and looking after yourself. Make yourself number one, manage the space around you, manage yourself kind of thing. So touching on a lot of traditional things and also touching on a lot of the new stuff that we're seeing, like substance abuse in the workplace, like the opioid crisis. That is a big topic for us as well, and the effect on workers in the workplace. We have everything from your seasoned health and safety professionals to people starting out in health and safety. We have people who have responsibility for health and safety, which is pretty much everybody in the workplace. So we have a wide variety of people. We try to have something for everybody. One of the key things, though, is we give a lot of time around lunchtime, around breaks, and around the trade show exhibits to give a lot of people to get to know give a lot of people a lot of time to get to know each other, because there's nothing better for somebody starting out than to meet somebody who's been in there for a while and start connecting.
The OPP said yesterday that fatalities are down significantly this year on roads that they patrol. The OPP said 58 people died on roads from January 1st to May 5th, compared to 97 road fatalities during the same time period last year, and that's a 40% decrease. The Canadian Association of Chiefs of Police is currently coordinating Canada Road Safety Week, a national campaign that began on Tuesday and runs through the long weekend. The OPP said 45% of fatalities so far this year are linked to speed, alcohol or drugs, distracted driving, and lack of seatbelt use, the so-called Big Four. Canada Road Safety Week, a national campaign that began on Tuesday, will run right through the long weekend. According to new data that gives a glimpse into the national costs of helping residents leave floodplains, flood-ravaged provinces are asking the federal government to provide almost $138 million to move or buy out homeowners affected by previous year's inundations. Calculations based on previous experience suggest that the total cost of giving up on 100,000 of the most endangered structures could run into the billions. Public Safety Canada says provinces and territories have asked for $137.9 million in federal money to help cover costs related to 10 floods. But the dollar figure is only an estimate and doesn't include this year's. The department says it expects to get more requests for financial help to relocate homes as the frequency of extreme flooding increases, and wants to know how much provinces and territories have spent on it without federal help. All that data will feed into a debate that governments are having about whether it's better to move people off floodplains rather than repeatedly pay for repairs.
That this is a health and safety issue. We are not able to access these products legally. People are either using black market product, and these products are not traceable. There are potential claims on these products that may or may not be correct. So it's actually a safety issue right now.
5 dogs were a big hit on Parliament Hill as veterinarians lobbied for legal changes that would allow them to prescribe medical cannabis for animals. They stood outside the main doors of West Block, capturing the oohs and ahs of politicians and staff as they emerged after question period yesterday.
So as a veterinarian, many dogs and cats like Max come to our practice all the time looking for some alternatives in some cases from traditional medications that they're using. And as you know, with the Cannabis Act in place, many people are affected in a positive way through some of the therapeutic benefits that they're seeing on the medical side in people. And all mammals have an endocannabinoid system, and through research and through people using the products anecdotally, we know that there are some potential benefits in the same way people benefit from the use of these products for pain, for anxiety. We know for pets that affects them in the same way.
A police officer and a firefighter were injured in a shooting in Appleton, Wisconsin, and several others were hospitalized. Appleton police officer Megan Cash didn't say if a suspect was caught, but she said there is no threat to the community.
So what we know right now is Appleton officers and Appleton firefighters responded to the Valley Transit downtown Appleton today for a medical call. While there, the situation was very active and there was a shooting that took place. We have several people that were transported to the hospital. At this point, we don't know the status of anybody. We do believe one officer was injured, and so it's going to be a hard day for us. I do know that they have that scene contained right now, and we don't believe there's any fear or issues in the public that we need to be concerned about. We have that scene locked down, and we don't see there's any other anything that we need to be concerned about.
Recently, the Government of Ontario established a $100 million affordability fund to help Ontarians who don't qualify for low-income conservation programs ease the burden of their electricity bill. Whether you rent or own your home, as long as you pay your electric bill, you could qualify. There are 3 levels of support available. The first is a home energy kit with upgrades like smart power bars and LED light bulbs. The second includes Energy Star appliances that help keep things cool during the hot summer months. The third is for electrically heated homes so that your power bills don't break the bank during those long Canadian winters. Plus, all upgrades, including installation, are completely free of charge. Visit affordabilityfund.org or call 1-855-494-FUND to find out if you qualify.
When you support the Restore, it helps Habitat for Humanity build affordable housing for families. How does this work? New and gently used goods are donated to the Restore. The sale of these goods generate funds for building homes. For every $1 spent at the Restore, there is a $4 return on investment within our community. For example, Habitat homeowners have better educational outlook, increased employment stability, improved health, and reduction in the use of social services. Every donation and every dollar we receive through the Restore helps build sustainable housing for future homeowners. Everyone needs a foundation to build a future. To find out more and how you can help, drop by the Restore at 32 White Oak Drive or go to habitatsioux.ca.
I have more scuttle.
What's scuttle?
Scuttle is like rumors and gossip. And
I thought it was like a new kind of candy that's like a Skittle, but it's less duller.
It's a Skittle, but it looks like a poop emoji.
Scuttle. What's your scuttle?
So, Doris Day unfortunately passed away.
In 97.
Yes, and we're finding out today that her grandson was barred from seeing her when she was dying.
Why?
Her manager. This is according to him. He says he found out about her death on the news and in social media.
The grandson?
The grandson.
Why were they estranged?
No.
They weren't estranged.
No, but the manager would not, didn't call him, didn't. I mean, I know she was very, very, very private, but I mean, your grandchild.
To get pneumonia, she had pneumonia. You get pneumonia at 97, you're pretty much.
Was that what it was? I hadn't heard yet.
Yeah, it was pneumonia.
Oh, it was.
Yes, she developed a severe case of pneumonia, and that was what did her in. So,
sure.
But to not knowing what the.
Because her son,
she
Terry
had quite
Melcher.
a life. 4 husbands.
Did she?
4 husbands.
Elizabeth Taylor and her.
Elizabeth Taylor had 7. 4 husbands, or 8.
8, I think.
One twice. 4 husbands, and she had a nervous breakdown. I guess we call that mental health issues. Because one husband stole all of her money.
Oh, I do remember that. Yes.
And so there was a lot of. She had some interesting life. You see her pure as the driven snow, but 4 husbands. She also said that. She said, "I know a good man and a good song because when I meet a good man or hear a good song, the hair on the back of my neck stands up."
Ooh.
Yeah.
She's a little.
Doris was a little saucy, I think.
A little saucy.
No, but she was so that's sad about the grandson.
Yeah,
I'd like to know more about this manager. I wonder if more will come out.
I wonder if that was her wish, though, because
it was the manager talking. It was her manager who said no gravestone, no funeral service.
Yeah. So maybe she
didn't
indicated
want her
she didn't want people to see her dying. You know, who knows?
Look at the grandson when he was little.
Isn't he cute?
How old is he now?
I don't know. But her son Terry, whose son that is, that's Ryan, has passed away. So he's an adult now. I believe.
Terry had a substance abuse problem, I believe, and I think he might have committed suicide for some reason.
Very sadly.
I believe that, like, because Mary Tyler Moore had a son who committed suicide.
Yes.
No, that was supposedly an accidental gun going off. He was cleaning his gun in his bedroom when it went off and killed him.
Ew.
That was Mary Tyler Moore.
Good Lord.
Anyway, these are happy stories on Thursday.
Happy. Speaking of happy, though, flashback. BTS is a K-pop group.
They certainly are, and they're everywhere.
And they are everywhere, including on The Late Show last night. They debuted, and brilliantly done.
Really?
The show opened with Stephen Colbert in black and white, and they put on wigs and dressed like the Beatles appeared in the Ed Sullivan Theater back in 1964.
No kidding?
Yeah, so they looked exactly like the Beatles. This isn't the picture of that.
But hey, if I'm not mistaken, did I also not just hear something about BTS? BTS also teaming up with Ed Sheeran. He's partnering.
Oh,
I think I saw that somewhere. Did you see that? Yes. Ed Sheeran and BTS. He's partnering with everybody these days. Justin Bieber, BTS.
Big names.
I'm partnering with my friend Ellen McDougall on the next interview. If you remember, Ellen ran the Boston Marathon to support Strong Kids YMCA, and she's here with her running partner Rio for an interview to tell us all about the Boston Marathon right after this.
As a nation, Canada has participated in all of the major world conflicts, In the Sault area alone, over 10,000 men and women have enlisted in the Canadian Armed Forces. The Veterans Commemorative Monument aims to cement the legacy of the Canadian Armed Forces in stone. It will highlight the bravery, strength, courage, and sacrifice of our servicemen and women. In times of need, they volunteered to serve us. Now it is our time to thank and recognize their sacrifice. You can help honor our men and women of service by donating today. To help construct this special, one-of-a-kind monument, visit thosewhoserve.ca to find out how to donate and more.
Every day, I walk for freedom.
Very, very happy because you are here with Rio.
Rio's happy to be here, to meet you in person.
I finally get to meet Rio in person. Rio, the Portuguese water dog who was your running mate while you were training for the frickin' Boston Marathon.
Yeah, he ran most of the miles with me in the training.
And then you left Rio behind and you flew down to Boston.
Yeah, but I had pictures with him. Of him with me.
Did you?
Oh, yeah.
Look at you finish. That's you crossing the finish line.
That's me crossing the finish line, happy to be done. I was ready to be done at mile 24.
And it was you did 26.2?
26.2, yeah.
You were at mile 24, you were like, okay.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the difference between training in Sault Ste. Marie and running the marathon.
Okay, well, the training in Sault Ste. Marie, as people know, the winter was so bad that actually it was nice the day of the Boston Marathon. So I think the training prepared me tremendously because I would think some of my long runs in the days that we had here were worse than what the actual marathon was. Even though they weren't as long, my longest training mile was 20 miles.
So you never actually ran, you had never run the 26.2 until the day of.
No, so I didn't know.
The longest you had gone was
20. So I didn't know what was going to happen after 20 because everyone was talking about this wall, you're going to hit the wall. So I thought, I'm going to hit the wall and drop dead, or whatever. But
you didn't.
I didn't. So like I said, at mile 24, I was ready to be done, but I still felt pretty good. Okay, Rio, yeah, you're on TV.
Yes, you are. You're famous, more famous than ever.
So the winter, I do think training for a marathon in Sault Ste. Marie in the winter is it's a character builder.
The weather when you got down there, you said went from rainy to colder to then warmer. What a span of.
Well, yeah, the day of the marathon, it was pouring rain the morning of.
At 7 a.m.
And then it kind of settled down around 9 o'clock.
That's when the elite runners go at 9?
The elite runners go out, like all the actual, like the Ethiopians
marathon,
and the runners. An Ethiopian won and a woman from Kenya won.
So that's like a competition? Hi.
Oh yeah, they win. It's a professional elite sport. So they win a prize. I think it's $100 and some thousand.
Holy smokes!
Oh yeah. And so then all the charity runners start going out, and so I didn't go out till 11, and the weather by that time was cloudy, and then it got a little warm, which was a concern.
Because you hadn't trained in warmth.
I hadn't run in shorts. So
truly.
Yeah. So that was a big thing.
You said you were putting ice in your hat?
I was putting ice in my hat throughout the run, and of course they have water stations at every mile.
And tell the people how many people participate in the Boston Marathon.
So 33,000 people actually started the race, and 5,000 didn't finish. So I think the final total was 26 and change.
Now explain. I didn't understand that you run through all these towns.
Yeah,
these New England towns.
Yeah. So what you do is you go out 26 miles from Boston, and you run through 7 little small New England towns. I kind of describe them like, Little Blind Rivers or Bruce Mines, and you're basically going through people's front yards. So they're out tailgating. I explained to Tim, it's like a 26-mile tailgate party, and they're cheering you on the entire way.
Your name is there.
Yeah, my name is on the side of my leg, so they would cheer "Go Ellen," and you got this, and the kids are handing out oranges and licorice and little Swedish berries the entire way. And there are bands playing, and Rio's making himself at home. And
he has to eat the flowers.
Don't
try it.
And it's just an unbelievable experience. I think the twofold that I take away from this is the number. We almost raised $9,000 for the Strong Kids campaign.
You did that? Okay. Well, your original goal was 6?
5.
Okay. She starts off thinking 5,000.
Yeah, and I'm thinking, how am I going to do that?
Then this guy gets involved in the campaign. You said every time you did a running video, training video with Rio, the numbers went up.
$500, $600 would come in every time, and people would share it. And
now,
he's the reason.
I think the reason. You're amazing.
He's the reason that this campaign was so successful, because I didn't put my mug out there. It was this mug. It was this mug that got all the attention and people.
So I think the last time you and I spoke, you were getting ready to go away. You were somewhere. I think you changed your goal to 7,500, and you were around 72.
Yeah, and then it got close. So every time people would get close, I had to raise it because the GoFundMe, they wouldn't let people go above it.
Oh.
So I bumped it up to 85, and then I bumped it up again because the money was coming in.
Look at him. He's so sweet. He's settled down now. So listen, you raised, what's your total, Ellen?
Right now it's 8,800, and there's still a little bit more money coming in, but I'd like to get over 9,000, but the campaign is still open. If people want to donate, they can find me.
Oh, wouldn't that be nice? Just another couple $100 to get you to 9,000, then we can keep on going.
Yeah.
And tell where the money is going.
And the money,
first of all, let's actually pay credit to John Hancock.
Yes, John Hancock and Manulife Securities, who sponsored me to go and have just an unbelievable experience.
That's where you work.
Treated me like royalty, and it was just, to participate in a world-class event like the Boston Marathon, it definitely was a once-in-a-lifetime thing. I don't need to run another marathon.
Now, tell us where the money's going.
So the money's going to the Strong Kids campaign for the YMCA. And it's going to help kids participate in their programs throughout the summer and buy memberships and
people who because it's all geared to income, and some people just even can't even afford to get their kids in there for anything. So this money,
it's going to help, like, maybe 80, 90, 100 kids.
100 kids, Ellen. What a difference you've made. Rio, what a difference you made in the community. When you finished the race, though, let's talk about the physical, what you felt afterwards, and tell the story about NBC.
Oh, so I was out there a long time because obviously I'm not an elite runner. So I was out there till later in the afternoon. And
it took you how long to run it?
Over 5 hours.
Solid pace, 5 hours.
Yeah, it was about 11, 12 minutes a mile. And that's what I planned to do because that's what I trained at.
Okay.
So I crossed the finish line and I was ecstatic. I actually, when I started coming down the main street of Boylston and was coming to the finish line, and the crowds are just like thousands and thousands, I felt my throat close up a little bit because I was just
emotional.
It was unbelievable.
Plus, you're running by the memorial at the end too.
Yeah, and you think of that. I did think of that several times, and a lot of runners that I talked to had run that year, the bombing. So that was a big thing down there. And but finishing was just an unbelievable experience. But as soon as you finish, your body lets you know that you've run 26 miles. So I'm trying to walk like a duck, and you go
so sore.
Yeah, and you're going over to get your medal, and I actually happened to walk in behind an NBC news feed, so I was on TV, and a lot of people sent me the clips.
There's a clip of Ellen walking like a duck, and then you got your calves.
So I finished, and then I was going into the gym to have a shower, and then I actually got a cramp after the race, but a lot of people get them during. And
you said, who was the one guy?
Yeah, well, there was a Marine that some people might have seen on the news that got one near the end of the race and had to crawl across the line, because you get these cramps and you can't move.
It's that severe, and this guy, it may have even been almost a mile that he crawled to finish the race.
It was
after the 25 mile mark somewhere?
Yeah, it was quite a ways. So
amazing.
He actually was on the news a lot, but I talked to people that got them at mile 12, and all the medical tents along the route, they're all full. I mean,
really?
Well, yeah, 5,000 people didn't finish because you get heat exhaustion or cramps, or I heard one guy slipped on an orange peel. I mean, there's so many.
Oh my gosh, the stories.
There's so many things that can happen. That's why you don't know you can finish until you finish.
Well, you know, that's a freaking inspirational story too, you know.
Well, I think that's the biggest takeaway for me is just setting a goal and training and doing it and having an unbelievable experience and
making a difference in the meantime.
Raising the money for the Strong Kids. And I think the other thing that's great is the awareness of the Strong Kids, because a lot of people didn't know about that charity.
Yeah.
And it is a charity at the Y, and that to me is an exciting thing. And a lot of it's because of this guy.
A lot of it is. And I want to thank you for bringing Rio in. Yes, thank you.
He says
and I want to thank you, Ellen. It's nice to see you.
Sorry.
Rio, next time you do fundraising, let me know and we'll promote that too.
Okay, thanks very much, and thanks everyone for donating.
Okay, and you can still do that, Ellen, how?
Well, you can go to my GoFundMe page, but I don't really have their website on.
Okay,
so
look it up, you'll find it. Or just call us and we'll tell you how to get a hold of Ellen.
Yeah.
All right,
Sorry.
We'll be back to say goodbye with Luann right after this.
It's such a long way.
What do you wish for? A nice life? Nice things? Or do you wish for something more? A sense of purpose? Do you wish to discover a cure? To write code that cracks an unsolvable question? To further our exploration into space? Or to invent something that changes everything right here on Earth? Well, if that's your wish, make yourself ready. Because when you look back, you'll see that you didn't just make wishes, you realized them.
Every day, I walk for her.
Thank my guests today for a great show from CICE Sault College, and of course Ellen for the Strong Kids Foundation at the Y. And also I want to thank KC Security, who is our sponsor for the entire month. Thanks to the KC Security gang for supporting us.
And thank you for watching. We're hoping to see you for tomorrow morning's show, Friday.
Long weekend.
Long weekend too. 2-4. See you tomorrow.